Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about the everything shortage. Now, clearly this is talking about the supply chain shortage and the food shortage, but according to the media, now they're coining this phrase, the everything shortage, because, well, everything is on shortage right now. And not everything, but a lot of things. So I guess because a lot of things are short, they're like, oh, well, it's an everything shortage, and everybody start panicking. Again, the media and their fear-mongering bullshit. Yes, there's a shortage on a lot of shit, but though, if you are a prepper, you shouldn't be worried because you should have enough. I know some of us who are just starting to prep, we might be a little nervous, but listen, you still got a little time. Like I said, I can go into almost any supermarket around here. There are some bare shelves, but there's still food on those shelves that I can still buy and throw into my prepper pantry or prepper storage, right? So again, a lot of you can do the same. It's not a big to-do. But the media is now calling things the everything shortage. Now, why is there an everything shortage? Well, according to a couple politicians, especially that Pete Buttigieg asshole, because people are either A, hoarding, or there's an increase in demand on food, that's why there's a shortage. So he's blaming us for there being a shortage, but not the fact that there's a lack of labor, there's a lack of deliveries, there's a disruption in the deliveries, there's a disruption in the supplies to be made so that they can be delivered. There's a disruption on food as well and crops being grown. But never mind any of that. He's blaming the people. He's like, well, because people are home more, they're ordering more. Because they're home more, they're eating more. Because they're also hoarding certain things away like toilet paper and canned goods. So now we're hoarding all of this stuff. We're not putting it away to prep, we're hoarding. They're trying to change the wording of prepping or being prepared to hoarding to make us look like assholes. Again, another divisive piece of language that they're using to draw us away from one another, to create a bigger gap. So with that, guys, we don't subscribe to that kind of language, right? Because these are politicians that are trying to make excuses for their failure in leadership. Their leadership sucks. This whole Biden administration leadership is garbage. For everyone that voted for Biden, thank you for fucking us in the ass, because this is where we are. This has zero to do with Trump. This has everything to do with Biden and his lack of leadership and the lack of leaders that he nominated to the positions that he nominated them to, right? So we are undoubtedly in a bad way because of these people. Now, these people saw these things coming. They saw this, and yet they did nothing about it. Buttigieg went on paternity leave. For Christ's sakes, dude, you're a guy with a baby you adopted. Paternity leave, at least for me, should be only be pertaining to women who have kids physically, and or dads who, I guess, also helping the mother out, take care of the kid because, X, Y, and Z, whatever happens. The mother died, or she's not feeling good, or she has cancer, whatever it is. Fine. But two fucking gay dudes who can hire a nanny to take care of their kids, who they're going to do that anyway. Who the fuck are they kidding? They're gonna hire some fucking nanny off the street, some, lady named Venezuela or whatever her name is. That's gonna be the nanny to take care of the kids. But yet this asshole took paternity leave while you got a crisis going on. And listen, to be fair, he probably already has a nanny, but they wanted to make that stupid photo op of them two holding the fucking babies, whatever. Sickening as that was, because we know what's going on behind the scenes. We know Venezuela is fucking actually taking care of the kids. But nonetheless, he's taking time off during a crisis. It is all hands on deck when there's a crisis, guys. There is no such thing when a crisis goes on. For example, the Trade Center. It was all hands on deck. You were a cop, fireman, EMT. You worked in the building. Everybody flooded into work that day. Everybody. But you were off on vacation. There were guys on vacation in other states, like Florida, who rented the car and drove all the way back up here the same day, or rather the next day. They lights and sirens following, getting police escorts to get here. It was all hands on deck. This crisis is not 9/11 crisis, but nonetheless, it's a crisis that's going to get worse if you don't handle it. So why are any of these assholes taking vacations or paternity leaves when they should be heading up the crisis? Again, the leadership that you people voted for was Biden, and here we are with a stupid ass guy who's taking paternity leave and an idiot who can't remember whether or not he's president or not, and some fucking chick called Kamala Harris, right? That fucking moron. She's head of the, she's supposed to be in charge of the whole border situation, and that's crumbling. None of these people are taking fucking accountability. Zero accountability. This is the kind of leadership we had. And yes, some of you are like, but what about Trump? We're not talking about Trump. Stop with the what about Trump. And if Trump was in charge, it would have gotten worse. That, first of all, no, it wouldn't. That's one. Two, more importantly, we knew Biden was going to do this. All of us, every last one of us. He had no leadership when he was vice president. All of a sudden, he was going to grow a pair of balls when he became president of the United States. It don't work that way. And he had declining mental health over the years as vice president. We saw it. And then he decides to throw his hat in the ring for presidency. And then we're watching him fucking starting to eat Jell-O pudding because that's where he is. He's going to be a psych patient soon, a fucking ward somewhere. But again, because of the everything shortage, this is what happens. You have a leadership that's not doing what needs to be done. The leadership who goes, well, we're going to keep the ports open for 24 hours a day. They're open 24 fucking hours a day. What the fuck are they talking about? Like, he made a statement on top of something that's already happening to make himself look like a hero, right? So, guys, nonetheless, the lack of leadership is why we have the everything shortage. And we have the everything shortage also because of the pandemic. We have the everything shortage because there are other countries that are not allowing certain crews to get off their cargo ships to help unload because they might have COVID. Might. This is all about might. Some crews are getting sick, and so they're like, whoa, you got a whole crew that's sick, they can't dock. So that's lending to this. So a lot of those guys are looking for the shot. They're looking to take the shot, but for some reason, they're not giving it to them. I don't know why, maybe because they're out at sea or whatever the case is, but that's also lending to the problem. They can't dock in because they might be sick. And if they're not sick, they're not vaccinated. If they're not vaccinated, they can't dock then. So again, this is what all this is causing the shortage, not us buying more. That makes no sense. And then just blaming that on us. Like, he's not even accounting for the other thing. He's like, well, we got all of this. And then he's like, well, more people are buying more stuff. So this is why we have it. I'm like, that. Anyway, guys, this is again, the leadership, the lack of leadership, or the idiots that are running the country right now are inherently bad. And we're seeing it firsthand. And even even liberals are like, whoa, you seriously gonna blame us for buying more shit when there's nothing coming in? Like, again, no accountability. No accountability is leading us down this road that we cannot recover from. Unfortunately, it looks like the country's gonna have to collapse to be rebuilt again, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on the Angry Truths channel and the Angry Lensman channel. You can also listen to me on podcasts on the Angry Truths channel podcast and the Angry Prepper podcast channel. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.